Counsel, you are not questioning the jurisdiction of this court.
If there is really no probable cause, Your Honor, and therefore the impeachment complaint is a total nullity, then there could be no jurisdiction that the Senate Impeachment Committee can acquire, Your Honor.
If the issue of probable cause could be decided on the prosecution side as well as in the court itself, this is my understanding of the rule in the ordinary courts, in criminal cases.
We appear to be quite insistent on this particular matter, Your Honor, because we have sought guidance from the jurisprudence of the Honorable Supreme Court in connection with this matter. More particularly, whether probable cause could be raised even after the remand of the impeachment case to this Honorable Supreme Court.
But in the case of Francisco, the articles of impeachment has not reached this court. The case arose out of the proceedings in the House of Representatives. And so therefore, the Francisco case is not on all fours with respect to the factual situation in this particular impeachment.
That's correct,
proceeding.
Your Honor. But it is a guidance, since there is no categorical provision under the rules of impeachment of the Senate Impeachment Committee. Many a times we are at a loss, Your Honor. Here is a problem. We wanted to argue either against or for, but there is no definite provision under the rules of the Senate, Your Honor. So where do we go?
Do you know why it is like that, Your Honor? Because there is no appeal in the decision of this. There are no assignment of error once or conviction. If it's acquittal, the government cannot appeal. If it is conviction, the respondent cannot appeal. There are no assignment of errors. There are no reversible errors. So that is the reason why in an impeachment trial, as far as I know, there is no motion to dismiss. There are no motions for preliminary hearings. That's why the Constitution says trial shall forthwith proceed. It did not say begin. Proceed. Go ahead and try it and all the way to judgment. Except that you have to respect the rights of private parties that may be involved.
We were this insistent, Your Honor, because we are worried about the resulting consequences of the aforesaid pronouncement, Your Honor, with due respect to the Honorable Court, on the impeached public official, Your Honor.
All right.
We have here a portion, Your Honor, and before we are considered terminated in our argument, Your Honor, may we read it for the record, Your Honor.
We will understand your position. If you want to read your argument, go ahead.
The question on the sufficiency of the complaint in form may again be brought to the Senate by way of proper motion, and the Senate may deny the motion to dismiss the complaint depending on the merits of the ground raised. After the Senate shall have acted in due course, each disposition of the case may be elevated to this court pursuant to its judicial power of review. So we are referring to a situation where an apparent grave abuse of discretion existed on the part of the impeachment court.
What this court wishes to avoid is a clash between the Supreme Court and this court. Because, frankly, I must say that this court is not willing to surrender its power to make a judgment in impeachment cases. And so, if the decision of this court with respect to the existence of probable cause is reviewable by the Supreme Court, then in the opinion of this presiding officer, and I think as well as of this court, that will mean that the Supreme Court will override the judgment of this impeachment court. And so therefore, with most regret and with due respect to the Supreme Court, we will deny any interference in the judgment of this impeachment court.
Mr. President.
So, trial suspended. I will consult the members of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. We are worried, Your Honor, that this may be interpreted, Your Honor, as an argument by a prosecutor.
I take
In this case,
exception
Your
to the statement of the prosecution of the defense counsel, and that is totally improper. We are just
what
reading. I am still speaking.
Go ahead.
Do not interrupt, because I was just explaining the ruling of the court.
Just what is the objective of the defense in filing this motion? What is your goal? Because as I see it, supposing the Senate will grant your request, have a hearing, and then it turns out that your allegations about the defects, etc., are true, would you say that the Senate has to dismiss the complaint?